Rayan is one of the beautiful and desert cities of Iran. This desert city is located on the main east-west communication road and was considered an important commercial center in the past. After the Argi-Bam, which is known as the largest Adobe structure in Iran and the world, the Rayan Castle is the second Adobe building in the world, and it is located on the hillside of Hazaran Mountains in the city of Rayan. When you enter this city, you will see towers and an Adobe castle that was once shelter and living place for the people of Rayan. This castle is placed inside a fence with a height of more than 10 meters and a width of 5 meters, and around it, a 154-meter-long moat was dug in the south, southeast, and east directions, which has both a defensive aspect and a passageway for rain and floods. The outer wall of the castle consists of 12 fences or wall fragments of different lengths. On top of the castle fence, there are crenellations in the upper part, which were for archers. The height of these crenellations is 12 centimeters and their width is 11 centimeters, and the distance between each crenellations and the next crenellations is 22 centimeters. The beautiful octagonal palace of the castle is one of the most famous buildings of this castle. The Adobe buildings of the Rayan Castle are generally built in 2 to 3 floors. The entrance of the castle is from its eastern front, which leads to the inner area with a large and magnificent gate. At the entrance, you can see blacksmiths and people who were engaged in making knives and metal tools. The main entrance of the Rayan Castle consists of 2 floors, and the entrance passage is on the ground floor, and a square chamber is built above the entrance door. On the floor of this square-shaped room, 2 40 by 30 cm square openings have been created to check and control the entry and exit of people. It was also possible to shoot or pour molten material on the attackers from inside these holes. The Rayan Castle is located on a hill at an altitude of 2,500 meters above sea level and dominates the surrounding areas at least up to a radius of 7 kilometers. This castle has an area of more than 22,000 square meters and more than 27,000 square meters of substructure. The Rayan Castle is almost rectangular, and its dimensions in the longest and widest parts are 170 meters by 142 meters. Hundreds of adobe houses with narrow alleys, the central market, the main crossing, the school, the noble's residence, the stables, and the fire temple are among the different parts of this complex. The Rayan Castle has 16 towers in the corners and in the middle of the outer and inner fence, which 15 towers were under the care and control of the inner and outer space of the citadel, and a mother tower or number 1 tower was used for information purposes. All these towers are 2 flowward and have stairs on 2 sides, one of which leads to the top of the tower, the other to ambulatory, and then to the next tower. In the body of all the towers of the Rayan Castle, there are observation holes for defense. The materials of the towers are also clay. Wood is used in the stairs for the foundation and edge of the stairs. It is interesting to know that in the Rayan Castle, a secret escape route is planned so that their inhabitants can escape from the attackers during the attack of the enemies and the fall of the fortress. This escape route is considered in the ruler's house and has 3 parts. One of these paths led to the outside of the castle, the second to the above the ruling castle, and the third to tower number 8 and from there to the outside of the castle. Near the Rayan Castle, there was a bath and an subterranean canal that dried up due to the earthquake. Outside the castle, you can see a room that used to be a quarantine place for people who entered the castle for the first time and had to stay in quarantine for a 2-night, or it was a place for patients.